Hi, I'm Michael Pearson.
And I'm Zach Miller, and this is The Sentinel.
Our first story today is about the Centennial Blue Man. The Centennial Blue Man usually shows up at most of the Central Centennial rivalry games, and since he's the Centennial Blue Man, he's usually on Centennial's side. And I got the chance to sit down and interview with him. We're here in a secret location interviewing the infamous Blue Man. And I have some questions for you, Mr. Blue Man.
Let's get at it.
What made you want to do it?
Blue Man.
You know, personally, I've never seen the Blue Man, being that I'm a football player, but I feel like he's a very important part of our school, and he really represents Centennial very well.
I have to agree with you. What do you think the Blue Man means to Centennial?
I think he is our mascot. He hypes up the crowd, and he just does a good job of bringing the energy to the game.
I'd say the same thing. And what do you think the Blue Man's importance is in the rivalry between Central and Centennial?
Well, it is very deep-seated rivalry. So I would say that he really furthers the divide between the two schools, as he is our mascot. He hypes up the crowd. Personally, I would wager that if we are behind halftime and the Blue Man comes out, we will then regain the lead after halftime because of the Blue Man and all the energy he brings to the team and the crowd.
I couldn't agree more. Now, Chris, are you the Blue Man?
Unbelievable. I was told that I wouldn't be asked. This interview is over.
We're recording. All right. So, what is your opinion? What are your thoughts on the Blue Man?
Blue Man is a disgrace to Centennial High School. He has destroyed the culture and climate of the school for many years, causing problems all the way through the years. There's nothing he's done good in this entire school. Mr. Neitzel, do you like Blue Man?
Boo, Blue Man.
Boo, Blue Man. Boo, Blue Man. That's exactly right.
What is your strategy going into a game like Central Centennial when you know he's going to show up? Like, do you just make sure he doesn't do anything like too bad?
Yeah, well, the line is always that we don't want Blue Man to mess with any other performance or anything, right? So if there's anything else that's supposed to be going on during the time, we don't want Blue Man to show that thing up, because those kids have actually, like rehearsed and prepared for what they're doing on the floor or whatever the case is, right? And we don't like the band during the football season, or maybe be the dance team during the basketball season or whatever it is. And we don't want Blue Man to show that up, because over the past few years where I have gotten legitimate and honest parent concerns, it has been about, hey man, my daughter was out there in the basketball court and this jerk ran by and bumped her, or this jerk ran by and cut off the show and everybody was looking at that and nobody was looking at my daughter, or something like that, or the marching band went on and their performance was disrupted by this thing. That's where I've gotten the complaints and the concerns, and I honor that. I respect that, right? That's what we're actually here to do, so we shouldn't be showing those things up. So that's the line with Blue Man.
So, what is the punishment if he or she is caught?
Immediate transfer from Centennial High School to Central High School. So we enroll them immediately at Central High School, and they can be Maroon Man for as long as they like. I don't care. No, we don't. So we just say you're done with basketball, or you're done going to sports for the remainder of the semester, if we do. That's what we have done. We've done different things.
So, has there ever been occasions where you have not caught them?
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, but it is like the worst kept secret in the history of the school.
Our second story for today is about Miss Ondine Gross. She is the school psychologist here at Centennial. Most of us know her as the lady with snacks, but she wrote a book recently. We had a couple of the Sentinel reporters sit down and talk with her about her book called Restore the Respect, based on her work with Centennial students. And here's Miss Gross.
What influenced you to write this book?
What influenced me to write this book was being a school psychologist for over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it was time and just effort. Time and effort is probably the hardest thing I've ever done, but also the most rewarding, besides like having children and working with wonderful children and families at Centennial.
How long was the process of making the book?
It took about 2 years.
Yeah. What What kind of audience do you want to attract from this book?
This book is really about Centennial High School's story.
Mhm.
I interviewed our administrative team. They're in this book. I used stories from this school that I got permission to share, other stories in this school. The mediations were held with people who might not know a lot about each other's background outside of that mediation.
To you, what makes this book more original than the others?
Because I looked and looked and looked and didn't see any books written specifically on promoting the practice of mediation in schools in this way. This book talks about mediation between teachers and students. It talks about mediation between students to reduce bullying and improve peer relationships. And it also talks about even using mediation with adults who might have conflicts. So I didn't see anything on the market like this at all. And I don't think any school has piloted teacher-student mediation in the specific way using these techniques that I write about in the book.
Our next story is about Spectrum. Spectrum is one of the school's talent shows that's held here at Centennial. It's a chance for students to show off their talent.
Alright, that concludes the broadcast for today. We thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out the Centennial Guys basketball team in action against Central on Tuesday, January 31st, as we beat the Maroons again. Because they
We're rolling.